Hello Leo, welcome to your weekly reading for September 10th through the 16th. I am using Amy Zerner's Enchanted Tarot this week. It's going to be a general reading for the week plus one card for love, like always. And then if you just want to see love or if you want more information on love for Leo for the month of September, don't forget to check out the love reading. September 2018 Leo love reading, which is already loaded. So let's jump right in, Leo. Let's see what's happening for you guys this week. So we're going to see a Monday, Tuesday card for Leo. These cards are like super long, so they're a little tricky for me. Wednesday, Thursday. Wednesday, Thursday. Leo, I'm not going to lie to you. The cards are kind of sticky as I'm doing what I'm doing with you guys. So you might have some intense energy right now, or you might be having a hard time making some decisions this week. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Alright, those are Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And of course, we need a card for love, right? We gotta know what's going on with love. So there's your love card. Stick that right there between the crystals. And we're gonna jump right in. I'm also gonna pull a card for like, basically anything going on with, like soul work, intuition, homework. But I'll do that at the end because not everybody's interested in that. I don't do reversals. I've talked about that in other videos. So your card here, I feel like I'm super zoomed in. There we go. Is the Hierophant. So the Hierophant is going to be a card that comes up. It could actually be a person. This can't stand for a person in your life. Maybe some of you are having a hard time making a decision, like I said, because the cards were sticky. And maybe beginning part of the week, you're seeking out a mentor, a father figure, religious teacher. Maybe some of you are feeling like, man, I gotta get some form of spirituality into my life right now because things are feeling a little bit dark, or I don't know which way to go, and I'm looking for guidance, I'm looking for direction. So Hierophant is going to be anything that brings in like that traditional, ethical, old school values, very much by the book, very much in the box. When you see Hierophant come up, it's not the time to be the cowboy. It's not the time to be the maverick or the trailblazer. You want to play it a little bit safe. So if you are having a really hard time making a decision, again, guys, this is a general reading. It's not going to be 100% for every single person. So your circumstance or your situation may be different. And we're all responsible for whatever choices or decisions that we make. But for some of you who are trying to make a decision, there may be something going on in terms of like, you know, you having to make a decision and you're thinking, should I like really go full on and take this huge risk? Should I really go and do something against the grain? And Hierophant would be like, you know what? Like maybe it's best to take a traditional approach here. Maybe it's best to look at numbers and figures and logic and also what is ethical, what is fair, what is right. For some of you, this could be a person. Okay, so if this is like if this is a romantic opportunity, then this would be somebody who is very much like a little more conservative and maybe looking for like traditional values, maybe even looking for somebody who's going to have a sense of spirituality or traditional spirituality, like some form of religion, maybe. Again, it's a general reading. It's going to be different things for different people, and it's going to apply in different ways. But this is a major arcana card, so for a lot of you, something is going on with life purpose, something is going on with life path. You're kind of at a crossroads. That's what Hierophant would say to me or jump out at me to mean. Alright, Leo, let's check out middle week, Wednesday, Thursday. You saw me shuffle. I shuffled, and those cards took a long time to jump out. So, Leo, you have some really big crossroads this week. You've got some big decisions to make. Now you have Wheel of Fortune. So, if you've been feeling stuck midweek, you're going to be moving forward, okay? That doesn't mean all of a sudden midweek you're going to feel unstuck, but you're definitely taking decisions or choices to unstick yourself. Something is happening. You're probably coming to a decision, which is probably going to be what's happening for a lot of you. So for some of you, if you were kind of at a pause or a standstill within a relationship, that may be moving forward. For some of you, if you were deciding on which direction you wanted to go, you may be moving forward and making a decision that's causing you to be seen. You might be doing something that's putting yourself out there. So maybe there was somebody that you've really, really felt very drawn to, and you finally decide you're going to step to them. You're going to approach them. You're going to talk to them. You're going to make yourself known. You're going to give things a try. If it's a work situation, you're going to maybe step up and talk to a boss or an employer and say, hey, you know, I've been here X amount of, you know, years or months or whatever, and here's my track record, and I would really like to be considered for something more. I'm really putting myself out there because I want to grow and I want to move up here, or I would like a raise. So what would you need from me to give me a raise? What responsibilities would you need me to take on, you know, to maybe, you know, you know, pay me more. I don't know, whatever it might be. Some of you are maybe making an approach or a conversation, making yourself known. Some of you are taking a decision or a choice that's putting you out into the public eye. So, and I know, Leo, you guys love attention, so some of you may very well be doing something in terms of trying to get out there, like trying to land some kind of TV role or movie role. You know, you might be doing something with headshots, or, you know, like getting it together. You're really beginning to put yourself out there. You're making yourself known. Or if you're doing something in terms of self-employment or having a business, you may be, you know, really putting your business out there. You may start going to social media and trying to advertise yourself, or letting people know that you're here. So definitely moving forward, definitely being seen for a lot of you Leos midweek. So let's check out weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. You have 8 of Hearts. When 8 of Hearts comes up, it's kind of, there's this internal conflict happening with 8 of Hearts. Now, if you read the booklet for this card, it's like, it sounds really doom and gloom, and it sounds like there's like a tremendous loss. And I guess in some cases that can be true, but my understanding of the 8 of Hearts or the 8 of Cups, and my experience with the 8 of Cups, is usually you're feeling like an emptiness and you need something more. You have a lot going for you in your life, so you may have accomplished many things, but something feels missing, and you may not be sure what that is, right? Like if you've ever sat down and if you've tried like a meal or something to eat that was new to you, or even if it wasn't new to you, but you don't typically cook and you don't know a whole lot about seasonings or spices, but you just know something doesn't taste, you know, balanced about it. It's missing something, but you don't know what, because you don't cook. You know, something like that happening here in your life. There's a missing spice, there's a missing flavor somewhere. And when 8 of Cups or 8 of Hearts comes up, you decide to go on a quest and to look for it. So for some of you, you may have been deciding for a very long time if you want to stay somewhere, maybe at a job, or if you wanted to do a career change or go in a different direction. Now, you know, that might be kind of adventurous, right? But we had the Hierophant come up. And the Hierophant is like, hey, be responsible. Be responsible, don't do anything crazy. So maybe some of you have been feeling this way for quite a while. But the beginning of the week, when you're tempted to maybe jump ship, the voice of reason is setting in and saying, Leo, hold on. You got rent. You got a mortgage. You got a rent. You got bills to pay. You can't just up and walk away and run away and join the circus. So there might be some voice of reason coming in and telling you to stick something out a little bit longer. And then midweek you might think, okay, but I really want something more. I want to be seen. I want to do something else. I want to do something different. And you may decide you're going to do that. And then by the end of the week, you may be feeling again like, I feel so unfulfilled. I want to do something that means something. And so you may be feeling like this emptiness or this sadness, or you're wanting to go on this quest. My advice to you is, you know, if it is something that you want to do, something like a career change, that's great. I'm all for people doing different stuff. But remember the Hierophant, be responsible about it. Have a good solid plan. Don't jump ship until you have something else. Figure it out, you know, cross your T's, dot your I's, cover your butt, all that good stuff. But in the meantime, do things that are bringing you fulfillment until you can make that leap or that change. For some of you, this is a relationship. A relationship maybe just isn't giving you what you need, and you feel like, man, it's time for me to go out and find a little bit more passion, a little bit more emotion, a little bit more chemistry, maybe for some of you. You know, but if you're in a situation where you can't do that just yet for whatever reason, whether it's work or if it's love, find things to do that are fulfilling to you in the meantime, that are within your power. If it's listening to inspirational music, or music that excites you or encourages you or cheers you up, if it's taking bubble baths, if it's going and getting a pedicure, if it's getting a massage, if it's reading a really good book, painting, drawing, writing, journaling, dancing, swimming, gardening, oh my god, hiking, I don't know, a million, trillion, billion things that make people feel good and that make people feel connected to their higher self. So whatever yours is, do it. You know, do a lot more of it in your free time until you can make the transition. So let's check out love here. And it's so funny because right when I was going to transition to the love card, 1111 caught my eye on my phone. Excuse me. So that's telling me, Leo, a lot of you are manifesting something, because 1111 is like you're manifesting really quick. Something's going to happen really soon. So Leo, when I said love, I saw 1111. Maybe it's a message for me too, even though I'm not a Leo. But begin focusing and putting your thoughts and attentions on what you want to call in, not what you're afraid of, because when 1111 comes up, it means you're like manifesting in a hyper fast mode. So you're going to manifest what you're thinking about. So pay attention to what you're thinking about. King of Swords. So for some of you, you may have air in your chart. You know, you may have air in your chart. So you may be the King of Swords. For some of you, you're dealing with a King of Swords, which is going to be an air sign. So we're talking, you know, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, an air sign. So you're going to have to do what you can in terms of connecting with this person intellectually. Air signs are all about the mental stimulation, but they're also a little bit void of passion sometimes, unfortunately. Now, this could be in different ways. I'm not knocking air signs, and I'm not trying to generalize because, you know, we have our moon sign, we have our Venus, we have our rising sign, so there's all kinds of different combinations. So not every single air sign is going to be the same exact way, but typically with the air signs, they may not be the most nurturing or emotional or warm types of people, and so that's something that you may need to keep in mind when you're dealing with this individual, is that maybe they're not going to give you the kind of attention or affection or validation that you're looking for, not because they're not into you, but just because they don't love in that way. That's not how they love. That's not how they connect. Another meaning of this card could be actually with King of Swords, it could be somebody who is really, I don't know if I said Knight of Swords. If I said Knight of Swords, I'm sorry, King of Swords, but either way, it's still going to be an air sign. It could be somebody who's really laying down the law with you, somebody who's maybe like giving you some boundaries that you don't agree with, or that you feel is affecting you negatively in some way, or that you just feel is a little bit, you know, overbearing. So the thing that you want to be careful with the King of Swords and the Knight of Swords is that it can develop into an argument. It can become heated. So be careful and be cautious in the words that you're choosing and the way that you're reacting. The thing with the air signs, they're all about the logic. They're all about the reasoning. They're not going to do well with a lot of like fiery emotion in their face. And it might not give you, you know, the response that you're wanting or that you're hoping for. Gosh, goodness. I think for those of you who are single, you may be meeting an air sign. Or maybe you're just kind of being encouraged to look at things in a more logical way or less emotional way. It's going to be different things for different people. Again, this is a general reading, but I would definitely check out love reading for Leo for the month of September. But we have all this other stuff happening here, right? So maybe you're dealing with an air sign, and it's about you wanting to be seen. Maybe you feel like they're like running the show, and you just kind of want a little bit of FaceTime, a little bit of airtime. You want a little bit of recognition here, a little bit of exposure. It could be different things for different folks. But it feels to me like this person maybe is really trying to steer you. Like they're trying to help you. They have your best interest at heart. There's that smoke blowing over as confirmation. They have your best interest at heart, but you may be feeling stifled in some way. We're going to do a soul homework card, as I like to call it. I'm going to pull a card from a different deck and see what's happening on a spiritual level with Leos this week. And see what the homework is there for you, what Spirit wants you to work on. 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right. There we are. Appreciation. This is going to go 2 ways for you guys, Leo. One way is going to be obviously for you to focus on what you have and to be appreciative, right? To focus on what is here in this season until the next season comes and the other bushes bloom or blossom. Focus on what you do have instead of what you don't have, and keep your attention there and appreciate it. Remember how I said 11:11 that you're manifesting really fast? This is confirmation, because the more that you're in appreciation, the more you're going to manifest the good stuff. If you're looking at the lack, you're going to manifest more lack. And that goes in love and in everything else. So be on the lookout for that. Another thing too, Leo, is I think for some of you, this is about kind of speaking up when you're not being appreciated and putting a boundary there. For some of you, it is kind of tooting your own horn or patting yourself on the back and speaking up and saying, hey, here's all the things that I do, and I'd like some recognition for that. Thanks very much. Or however you want to say it. You may not say it in that way. But that's the message from Spirit for you guys this week. That's your homework this week. Do check out your moon sign, your rising sign. Those videos may resonate with you in a different way or give you a few added layers of information. Also, check out AmethystAngelLight on Facebook and Instagram. I do a free card there every single day. I do a free pick a card there every single day. And every Monday, I do a prize giveaway. So you can always enter to win the weekly prize if that's what you're into. Thank you so much, those of you who are reaching out for private readings. Thank you so much, those of you who are supporting me on Patreon. We're going to have a new moon meditation on there. We're going to have our little chats, live chats and question and answer on there. So thank you so much, guys, who are, helping me there as well. You're helping me continue to make these videos and to put the free content out there, because I know a lot of people really do need it. And if you can't afford a private reading, and if you can't afford to support me on Patreon, that's okay. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm doing this. But I do have readings starting as low as $5. So, I'm trying to make myself accessible and helpful to as many people as I can, because I know we're all on different paths and different places of our journey. So I hope this helps, Leo. Do subscribe. Hit the notification button. I'm going to do a pick a card reading in a few days. You'll get a notification when that video gets posted. And also check the other pick a card videos that are already up there now. Sometimes those resonate some more with people as well. You take care of yourselves, guys. Till next week.